Douglas, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Talk to me about your concerns about the schools in Alex.
No, thanks. And let me take this colossal lacune and pass my revolutionary grievances to the listeners of and the viewers of ENCA. You'd understand that the Congress of South African Students has taken a position with regards to the reopening of schools, even before the announcement made by the minister with bilaterals with the Minister of Basic Education, Mme Njimutheka, to say that if schools do not comply to the regulations put in place by government, those schools shall not open. Well, many schools in the country have opened, but it has come to our attention that the Alexandra area in Gauteng is more like a coronavirus hotspot. There are a lot of cases there in Alexandra, but especially in the hostels and all the surrounding areas, and that automatically affects directly schools around the vicinity of Alexandra. So the Congress of South African Students has asked a question, a pertinent question by society, to say, is the Congress of South African Students shutting down schools or not? But we're adamant in saying that shutting down of schools is merely denying a black child access to education. But where there are cases in different areas, those cases shall be treated differently.
Now, Douglas, when you mentioned that the whole of Alexandra is beset, there are many COVID-19 positive numbers coming out of Alexandra. It seems to me to be more of a community issue rather than just a focus on the schools.
No, you must understand that the Congress of South African Students is an organization which champions academic excellence. Our constituency are those soldiers in school uniform. So we cannot speak on behalf of the African National Congress and the ANC Youth League or any other civic organization. We only speak on behalf of learners who are affected by this pandemic.
So has Cosas had a chance to actually investigate, just have a look at most of the schools in Alex? Have you gone to the schools and seen whether they're complying at all with the regulations? And also, if you shut down the schools, are you not denying children education that they desperately need?
It is for this reason that we continue to have bilaterals with the Department of Education. I was on a call with the Department of Education spokesperson, Mr. Alexandra. We agreed that we will go to Alexandra together on Monday to check the state of the schools in Alexandra, because the reality is that if we continue with shutting down of schools, we are barely denying children an access to education. We will be no different to criminals like Julius Malema and Wumbuisen and Dozi. As an organization which attains and champions academic excellence, we do not want to see ourselves disruptive, but only militant where necessary.
It seems to me that you're taking a slightly more neutral stance as opposed to Cosas in Alexandra itself, because they are vowing to shut the schools down. You're saying you're willing to negotiate and also have a look. Is there a communication breakdown within Cosas itself?
No, not exactly. Like I alluded earlier on that. We are going to deal with various schools or different schools in different manners. If there is a case in the Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa High School, we are not going to close the Julius Malema School of the Insane, but we are going to deal directly with the case or the school which is affected. So we are going to Alexandra. If all schools in Alexandra are affected of this virus, it means that we have to close down, shut down all those schools until all safety measures are followed. The schools are deep cleaned so that learners can go back to school again and learn in a even more safer environment.
All right, thank you so much. That was Douglas Ngobeni talking to us. He's from the Congress of South African Students as the Alex branch vows to shut down schools in that area.